Good evening. Welcome to the Planning Commission meeting. Hold on. For September 15th. First item is a roll call, please.
Chairman Hewitt?
Here.
Vice Chair Rose?
Here.
Commissioner Kimball?
Here.
Commissioner Everly?
Here.
Commissioner Morgan?
Here.
Yes, Laura.
Okay, great. Next item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Now everybody can stand. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Everly. Next item on the agenda is the minutes of the September 1st meeting. Do I have any corrections, changes? Otherwise, I'll take a motion on the meeting minutes, please.
Through the chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for our last meeting.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any further comments? I will be abstaining on the vote because I wasn't here, although I did watch it. Anyway, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries with one exception. Okay, to the audience, we had a study session prior to this. We have two items on it. We had the airport area plan, and we also have the Santan Brewing Company. I saw somebody's hand go up in the back. Sir, do you have a question on one of the items?
Well, I'd like to speak about the Santan.
Okay. All right. So, sir, if you want to come on up and state your name and address for the record. And I didn't have a speaker card, that's why but I always go to the audience and ask. So,
Thank you. Yes, commissioners, my name is Norm Haskett, and I live at 933 East Gila Lane in Stonegate Crossing 3. I was unfortunately unable to attend the first meeting that talked about their plans, but I did go over there on Saturday to peruse the patio and listen to the traffic as it went by, and wondering how anybody could enjoy the patio at 8 in the morning or at noon when my wife and I were both there last Saturday. There was somebody out there that was an employee, and she talked vaguely about some sound deadening or proofing of the area. But I'll tell you, just on the patio, listening to the traffic and my radio for the morning news on Saturday, I could not hear the news over the traffic. And moreover, each time the tires went over the railroad just to the east of the facility, it went pop, 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 pop. And that was enormously distracting. So I'm interested in knowing what kind of decibel noise is there that's going to interfere with the enjoyment of the patio that they're talking about, and also how are they going to keep the noise from, which I suspect has to be increased or amplified over the noise of the traffic, preventing the community in Stonegate Crossing and across the street. I can't remember the name of that facility or community, how the noise will affect us unless it's moderated or dampened. Because I can tell you that where I live, I can hear Mesquite High School, which is even farther away from me than Santan Brewery is. So, when I hear the band on Friday or Saturday, I can hear it up through 10 o'clock. I guess that's when they stop all that kind of activity. But does the city have any idea what the decibel noise is currently, and what Santan Brewery is going to do to prevent that? And I can't remember if I clarified this fact that I am the president of Stonegate Crossing 3.
You didn't say that, but thank you for your service to that. Let me address a couple of things real quick. The fact that the noise level on the patio is a problem basically to the business. If people want to have a party out there and things like that, or have a tasting, it's not different than, downtown Chandler where there's, Arizona Avenue, we have a lot of places with outside patios. So that's, I guess, the business's responsibility if somebody wants to use it or not use it. I think their tasting room is probably used more than anything else. In terms of the noise affecting your neighborhood, there is a stipulation in um, the application that's on here. Basically, the noise, no noise shall be emitted from external speakers in such a manner exceeds the general level of noise emitted by the uses outside the premises of the business and disturbs adjacent businesses and residential areas. There's also, I believe, there's another stipulation here. Establishment shall provide a contact phone number for a responsible person to any interested neighbors and property owners. So, for example, if you have a problem with the noise being too loud, you would have a number to be able to call. This is a temporary use permit. It's actually 3 years, but knowing the guys from Santan, they're great community partners. If you pick up the phone and say, hey, you know what, we can hear it down our thing. It's really loud. It's not supposed to be there. So we put caveats in here to protect the neighborhood. We did that years ago. I think my first time on planning commission, that we changed that stipulation so that if there is an issue, you have somebody to be able to call. And it's designed so that they're not disturbing the neighbors. So I hope that helps a little bit.
Yeah, just another point. Are they going to have sound deadening walls that would prevent?
I'll have staff come up and address that real quick.
Oh, yeah. And thank you, Mr. Chair. Good evening again, Commissioners. It's my understanding that there are no walls proposed. However, they are utilizing a landscape architect to create a living sound barrier that can create some noise attenuation both ways, both from the street, because they want their patrons to enjoy a smooth experience, and also to limit the noise coming out of the facility.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, sir, does that answer a couple of your questions?
Well, there is a berm there, and I can see that, if they do something similar, maybe raising the berm, it would be more enjoyable to be out there on the patio and might prevent noise from.
Again, I think that's going to be up to the business. Again, it's just like anything. If you don't want to, if it's not conducive to being there, people won't spend their money there. So I think they're going to, and again, Santan's been a great partner. Anthony, his partners, have always done a great job in making sure that the quality and things like that. So I don't think to be, again, there's the stipulations that if you have an issue, you can, pick up the phone. If they violate that, then you can also call staff. That's part of the stipulation. This isn't an open-ended permit where they can just do whatever they want to do and stuff. So, okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Anybody else in the audience would like to comment on any of the items? Anything from commission? I'll entertain a motion then for the consent agenda. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I got it here late.
If you come up and state your name and address to the record, please.
My name is Nick McCurdy. I own the property on 395 East Warner, so just share a parking lot with the Santan Brewery. I just am curious. Everything I looked at, I didn't see anything that talked about hours when this patio would be open, and we are concerned about parking. The parking's already pretty problematic. There's a gymnastics center right next to the brewery. When we bought back in 2007, we were all kinds of regulations about what we couldn't do, and now there's a gym on 2 or 3 gyms next to us, a gym on the other side. So I'm concerned about when. I'm not adverse to it. I just would like to know. I don't think I'm adverse to it, but I'd like to know, is this an after hours affair? Will this be going on during the day, in the middle of the afternoon? I'm just concerned about parking.
Staff, you want to address that for you? One thing I know for sure, in the summertime, there won't be anybody on that patio.
Well,
that's for sure.
We're open year round, though. So.
I know.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, and Commissioners, my understanding is that for the most part, any events held on the patio that would produce above average traffic are all held in the afternoon or on weekends that would not interfere with other surrounding businesses. Further, the hours of the patio are limited by stipulation. So they're only allowed to be out through certain times. And I believe from Monday to Friday, or Monday to Thursday rather,
It's 3 to 9.
3 to 9.
Right. And then Friday, Saturday is 11 to 10, and Sunday is 11 to 9. So the majority of it will be on the weekends. Okay. Okay. Does that answer your question, sir?
It does. For me, that presents a problem in the afternoon. Again, it's really crowded. I don't know how, I don't know what kind of, how well attended this would be. But again,
They also have parking in the back, don't they? They own all that land in the back, or lease that land in the back.
Yes, Mr. Chair. And they also have a shared parking agreement with the adjacent building.
Okay.
which is, I'm just saying from where we stand, there's a lot of traffic in there now.
So we're a recommending body to council. My suggestion is that you may work with staff and talk a little bit about it after this meeting to make sure your concerns are brought up in terms of the parking. If the gymnastics is there and they're not living up to what their need, if they're violating what their original use is for there, then that's something we can also address. I fully hear you. I was over there a couple weeks ago, and I know there's that gym there, and there's, depending on the time of the day, it gets a little crazy. So, okay,
Very difficult.
okay, thank you. Anybody else in the audience? Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion. We have a motion from anybody for the consent agenda.
Sure, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Commissioner Eberly is a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm going to abstain from the second item at these gentlemen.
You're going to abstain? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Announcements?
Really quick, I wanted to just highlight something that was kind of exciting for us. You guys have known Harley now for over a year. And most people don't know that he's actually been a paid intern for the entire time that he's been here. We had him titled under a junior planner.
Cool.
But we were very recently able to hire him full-time, and he's now an associate planner for the city of Chandler. His first day was 1 week ago yesterday. So just wanted to highlight that. Most people don't know. You see him up here and nothing really changes, but
Do we have
we're
to
able
make
to
him
hire
sing
him
does he have
full-time.
to sing the planning commission fight song now?
Yeah, there's going to be an initiation period. It's going to be rough. So,
Okay.
but just wanted to formally welcome Harley
Cool.
full-time to Chandler.
Officially welcome. Great deal, Harley. Thanks. Okay. Meeting adjourned. Thanks, guys.